How's it going, gents? Out on the little Duke 390. This is like my favorite new bike, man. I've been riding this thing, other than like a few spins on the BMW, over the last like 2 weeks, I've been riding this thing like all the time, man. It's so much fun. I've actually got a chance to do a little bit of twisties. I'm still breaking it in, so I'm going to do a little bit of twisties. I've even worn gear. Wow, this is big for riding with Tom, man. Wearing gear and shit. We're also testing out this. Look, it's got a screen on the back. This is pretty cool. So, I get a lot of questions from motovloggers and stuff saying, you know, what bike to buy, what camera to buy, all of this. And a lot of them are younger and stuff. They're just getting into riding. They have a lot of money and stuff. So, here's a good cheap bike. And here's a good cheap camera. This is like the motovlogging budget package right here. Wicked little fun bike. Relatively cheap. You know, for what you get, and also a really cheap camera here. So I obviously run GoPros. They're hideously expensive. This is not a GoPro. This is a Dezeen P3. It's from gearbest.com. So I wanted to test out something cheap and cheerful, see if it does compete with a GoPro, because it's much cheaper. I think it's like $150. I'll put the price in there. You can buy it from down below. They send it me for free, just because I have a bunch of GoPros, so I have no need to buy a cheap camera other than to put it on the side of my bike and then crash it and lose it. But I got tons of GoPros, so they send them out for free. If it's good, you can buy it. If it looks terrible, don't buy it. You know, they're not paying me or anything. I don't really care. But I just thought, there's a lot of kids out there who can't spend, you know, they're nearly $600 for the good GoPro now. So if it looks all right, get it. I'm going to put it on this camera in a second, so you'll actually see it from the same point of view. I'm just trying it here. The mount, I put the swivel mount on, and it's the swivel mount, although it sounds cool, is not very good. It moves a lot. I should have put the solid mount on. So if this one moves, just forget it, and I'll put the good one on. Oh, that Duke 390. Alright, got no warmth in the tyres. Good tyres on it though, they're Pirelli Diablo Rosso 2s, so they are good tyres, but we'll just get some warmth in them. Still breaking in the bike, so I can't really smash it. How's that camera? I know it's moving a lot, that's because of the mount. That's nothing to do with the camera. You might just take it slow. See how it is. Yeah, loose stones, lots of loose stones, still pretty good. Gotta scrub off these tyres for my girlfriend. So can you take my Duke 390 out and get rid of the chicken strips? Alright, darling. Oh, do you reckon I can get over there on the Duke? Oh, why not, man? Why the frick not, eh? Duke off-roading. You're on the other side of the whoa, I was about to just ride into that. The great, whoa, they are big kangas, man. They're proper kangaroos. No wonder they can clear that fence. They're like 6 foot. Sheesh, degleesh. I almost rode into that ravine. It feels like a freaking supermoto, this bike. Like a really low seat-heighted supermoto. It makes me want to do silly stuff, like when I ride my WR250 around, but it's so low that it's just like it's heavier than most supermotos, but it's just low, so it's chill as shit. It makes me want to, like, I want to go off-roading. Ah! I don't know why. This is a brand new road bike, but I just know it'll be fine out here. Nick minute, I'm on the ground. Oh, my girlfriend's not going to be happy about this. It feels like a silly supermoto, man. This isn't a road at all. This is just people doing skids. Where's that camera going? I know it's unsteady. We'll put it up here in a second, but I love this bike, man. It's not perfect, I'll say that. I'll tell you the bad things about it as well as the great things about it. We'll do a little launch here. This is the middle of nowhere, so it's pretty safe, but little launch. Harleys. But yeah, I love this bike, man. It's like a baby supermoto, yet it's reliable. You can ride it like a road bike. It's smooth at 100. It's cheap. It's pretty much the same price here in Australia as a Ninja 300, which I guess they're pretty similar in class, but I just think this is more fun than a Ninja 300. So now I have 5 motorcycles, so I needed a double car garage. I was getting really annoyed with having a city apartment and trying to work on my bikes and not having tools on a garage, all this shit. So I moved out, and but the thing is I need to commute to work now. I work in the city and I used to live in the city, but now I have about a 15 to 20 minute ride into the city. I could probably ride my push bike if I wasn't super lazy, but when you got 5 motorbikes, shit, you might as well ride one. And with the rampant motorcycle theft in Melbourne, I didn't want to ride anything good and leave it outside of work, so I was going to ride the 125. I was going to ride the 125 in every day. So I've been riding around on the 125, and although it's a great bike, the 125, its acceleration isn't the best. Sucks in traffic. We want to make a gap, or we want to like lane split or something, it sucks. I wanted something with a little bit more low end power. Like the 125 will do 100, I've done like 120 k's an hour with 2 people on it, me and my girlfriend. Like, it's got a good top speed, it doesn't have a very good low speed. Probably could have sprocketed it and made that up, but I'm like, yeah. And I'm a big fan of ABS, especially for my girlfriend riding it. I always wanted to get her about ABS. I thought, well, let's get a new bike. So I looked at the CBR2DR just to buy something cheap, and then I'm like, oh, I might as well get something good for my girlfriend. She can upgrade as well. Why are there stones on all the apexes of these corners? Ruining them. What's going on, horsey? Yeah, so I was going to upgrade my girlfriend's bike anyway. I wanted to get, she wanted a 600, and honestly she could have ridden a 600, but she's kind of like borderline ready for a 600, I think. Like, she probably would have been alright, but there's that chance where, you know, she might have just made a mistake or something. The 600 really hurt herself, so I thought a good intermediate step up is the 400. Yeah. So that's kind of the reason I got the 390 for me to commute on, and an upgrade for my girlfriend, something nice and safe, a bit more fun, a bit better looking and stuff than the one. Oh, the 125 is a great looking bike, I'll admit that as well, but a bit different and shit, you know, try something new, a bit of power and stuff. So she enjoys it a lot. There's little stones in this corner. Scraping toes. Probably not a lot more that I knew the bike coming in. Like, it hasn't really surprised me in bad things and in good things. Like, it's exactly how I remember it when I reviewed it, which was an awesome bike. Like, I thought like this would be a perfect learner bike or a perfect commuter bike and shit. But we'll go into the bad things, because that's probably more important as someone who's watching this is thinking about a 390. All right, straight up I'll say the bike's made in India, and it kind of reflects that in its quality. Slightly behind, I'd say, a Thailand bike like a Ninja 300 or a I don't remember, a CRF 250L or a whole bunch of Thailand bikes. Small issues I've had have been the neutral sensor. Sometimes it doesn't sense neutral. The gear shift indicator will just then go into like you're in no gear mode, and it thinks it's in gear, which isn't a huge problem. Just things like you put the stand down, it'll turn it off then, and if you want to start it and it's in that, it doesn't know what gear it's in, you'll have to pull in the clutch because it thinks it's in gear. That's probably going to be an easy fix when it goes in for its 1000k service. It's still new, so they'll probably swap out that sensor and it'll be right. The bike has stalled maybe once or twice while warming up. I think it's a bit of a known issue. People have said that there's a fix for it, but hasn't really been. It's only been like when it's warming up and shit, so, you know, it just kind of feels like an old carbureted bike or something, which it really shouldn't be doing that, but that's probably the only thing I would notice. Other than that, plastics feel a bit cheap, cheaper than, you know, something like a Thailand bike. And the levers are quite cheap, not adjustable in any way, and not the best. You know, my girlfriend doesn't like their reach and shit, and they kind of feel cheap, but that's probably about it for bad things, to be honest. Oh, and good power, man, good power. The brakes are good. They require quite a bit of squeezing. That's squeezing pretty much all the way to the thing. I'd like an adjustable lever to make that not have to squeeze so much. Like, that's crushing my finger to brake that hard. I'd like to go harder than that. I think these tires could handle it. That's it. It's quite quiet with a stock exhaust. I like the stock exhaust. I like the undertailness. But if you want it to be louder, you throw exhaust on. It's super dirty right now because I've been riding to work every day. This is the only thing I've done to it. It's put on some crash bars. Probably noticed that from the reveal video. We put them straight away. My girlfriend didn't want to drop it. She likes it too much, so we had the crash bars before we actually picked up the bike. Exhaust is all purple. That's cool. It's getting some heat in it. It's got some freaking go to it, man. This feels confidence inspiring. Definitely feels like it can handle going hard. Instagram. Alright, let's swap cameras, if that's even possible. Let's quickly talk about this camera. So this is a, what will we call it? Basically a GoPro clone. It's got a cool screen on the back of it and does 1080 60 frames a second. It's got Wi-Fi, pretty much everything that a GoPro's got. Probably a GoPro Silver. Package comes with heaps of stuff in it. Heaps of stuff, man. Like two batteries, the battery charger that you got to pay for, all the cables in the world, like like HDMI cable and shit, a million mounts. This mount is not really that good. It does this, but it's also quite moves a bit. And also my screen moves a bit, so maybe that wasn't a good spot to put it. I hope it comes out good. It's got quite a wide angle of view. That's the main thing I wanted. It had to have a wide angle view. It does have a mic input. It's a USB one, it's not a 3mm, which is a bit annoying, but it's pretty much standard now that you got to use the USB port. It's cool. It's black. It feels quality, man. It doesn't feel Chinese. Like, it feels really quality. It's super cheap, man. So if it looks good, I'm gonna pop it in my helmet now. You can just see how it looks. I'll go do a run of the twisties with this. If you want to buy it, there's a link down low. I don't make any money off or anything. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it, but this is the cheapest place. How do you like it, horse? How do you like the Daisine P3? Do you want to taste it? Do the taste test? He's smelling it. He likes the smell of it. Alright, let's slap it on. Slap it on, eh? Alright. We are on and racing with the P3. We'll just call it the P3. I don't know how to pronounce its other name. That's been the P3. How was that for video quality? I know the audio would have been terrible. Don't base it on its audio. Also, I have a Teespring campaign. I mainly like doing Teespring campaigns because I don't like doing washing. I end up buying lots of my own t-shirts from my Teespring campaign, and my dad wears them. My dad's wearing, I don't know if you remember that Christmas Drop a Gear and Disappear t-shirt that I made, like the really crappy looking green one. My dad wears that all the freaking time. It's not even Christmas anymore, Dad. He's still wearing it. So I'm gonna get him one. But if you want to buy one, this is what they look like. And you can follow the link down below to the Teespring campaign. Pretty much just wanting people to buy them so I can buy more myself and never have to do any washing. That's my goal. Today I'm going to take a little bike out for a ride. I haven't ridden any of these KTM Dukes.